Greetings and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Kiyonah. May you be blessed. Today I'm thinking about liberating everything sacred in our lives. Liberating everything to be sacred so that we bring it into our lives. And freeing things that are sacred from their current bondage. Whenever traffic goes by, it's an opportunity to think to yourself, may you be blessed. So freeing what is sacred, for example, whether you smoke or not, recreationally or medicinally, you can say that it's a good idea to free the sacred herb from the bondage imposed by man, including growing these female plants and over-sexualizing them, because those flower buds are their way of being sexy so they can be pollinated, sort of forcing them and pimping them to produce so abundantly in order for our pleasure. She's being pimped and plundered, Mother Earth, through her daughters, the ganja plants. And we can free the sacred herb from that bondage by seeing ganja as sacred, seeing it as medicine, seeing it as a plant helper, seeing it as a powerful healer, and then acting accordingly all the way down. We can also liberate sacred things in our lives that we want to have, but we don't because we have not sanctified them, such as sexuality. Whether you have a partner or not, you can learn how to be a good lover and to be powerful in your intimacy, yet gentle and compassionate and strong and unconditional and all of that. You can liberate sex from its objectivity and just physical release or whatever it's been reduced to in your world. And you can learn about tantra, belly dancing, erotic, binaural beats, self-hypnosis for magnetism and beauty, and that kind of power to make people feel electrified. You can liberate it from its shackles of repression by exploring it and going deep into it and trying it in your own life. And you can liberate anything around you and make it sacred. You can be children. You can start seeing children as Buddhas instead of just annoying little twerps or something, or little blank slates that need to be programmed or whatever. You can liberate them from any labels or shackles by loving them unconditionally like Buddhas. And this journey of liberation and freeing everything from its bondage is both physical and spiritual. It's mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, metaphysical, quantum, And, of course it starts with awakening and awareness, activating, aligning, and ascending into the now moment, in every moment, where you have dropped all these shackles and invisible straitjackets and invisible prison bars of psychic prisons and labels and stereotypes and paradigms and preconceived notions and half-baked opinions and intentional bullshit and on and on and on, and just bring it down to the divine purity of the ever-present now. In the unified field of consciousness theory, everything exists at the same time, everywhere, simultaneously, forever. If you've ever tripped on good LSD, or possibly mushrooms or other plant helpers, then you know that's true. So if you know it's true while you're tripping, then you need to integrate that into your waking life, into the third dimension, so that we can make it ascend into the fourth and the fifth dimension, right here and right now. One way to do that is to sanctify things, And you can sanctify everything, including the garbage and the traffic and the courthouse and whatever you can think of, your mean neighbors, the dog that always barks. You can sanctify everything as sacred, and don't go any further with that in your thoughts. Just see it as divine and sacred, as exactly what it is, with no judgments or attachments to anything. And just resonate with that vibe long enough until it becomes autopilot. It can then color the choices you make and how you talk and how you treat creatures. You know, like if you find a spider in your house, liberate it from the doom of being squashed by getting a cup and a piece of paper and taking it outside to the garden. So I just want to encourage you today to think about liberating everything from its shackles and freeing everything from its bondage so that it can be free and be sacred. And do that by appreciating things on all levels, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And just practice seeing things as divine with no judgments and no attachments. That's just one phase of the journey, but it's a good place to start. Like chores. You can liberate chores from this task that makes you feel like a drudgery slave, and you can turn it into a meditation where you chant a mantra with each sweep or each bowl you wash or whatever. Make everything be a prayer, you know. The prayer doesn't even have to have words because it's the intention. Spirit reads your intention before you can even put it into words or even thoughts. So you're practicing emanating a sanctifying vibe, a loving, sacred vibe. Not in a self-righteous or high holy way at all, but more like with the innocence of a child or someone on a heroic dose of entheogens. But you're practicing it in your daily life. Like an actor in a movie, kind of. But instead of acting out this story that's really specific to one situation, you're walking through life as a bodhisattva, as a dharma bum, you know, as someone who is spiraling around the wheel of life and turning the wheel of life. And there's different ways you can do this, that you can liberate things from their slavery or free them from their bondage and their labels and things. You can literally vibrate someone or something with drum beats and binaural beats and really good music until you raise their vibration. You can use scents like essential oils and incense and smudge to cleanse their environment that way. You can take in food and drink that is charged with Om Mane Padme Om or something like that. Take it into your body to help realign your sacred geometry inside your body. You know, keep all your circuits clean and fully running. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you know. Intellectually, feed your mind with good readings and good videos and good things that stimulate your thoughts to be evolving and ascending. And to not just take anything at face value at all. Yes, allow it to be as it is in the moment, but examine it and study it. Make sure you agree with the perception that's being imposed on this thing. And you just might come up with something radical or innovative instead of the bondage that thing has been in. You know, like saying cannabis is just recreational and people just want to get high and waste their lives and stuff. Now, someone radically changed that to the medical paradigm of cannabis, which is basically saying it's a healing plant, it's a plant helper. It's good medicine. You know, but Babylon is always going to try to put its shackles on anything sacred, no matter what it is, you know. It's finally nice enough to sit under my favorite apple tree again. It's right behind me. The blossoms on it were really pretty, and it's going to make a lot of apples. If you are serious about liberating things and freeing things, then you kind of make it your walk in life. Like it's just a habit. Like if you're going to drink a glass of water or some coffee or something, you'll tap it 3 times and and tap it again and be sending energy back and forth so that it's charged. Or you'll keep a clear quartz crystal in your water jug or something like that. And just make it a part of your way of life, from the little things all the way up to the big things. And like I said, you don't have to be pretentious or be a high holy or be self-righteous about it. You're just walking in beauty. And you're walking in consciousness. And every person who does this helps to loosen up those shackles a little bit more. You know, like a mouse, a tribe of mice trying to chew through a leather belt, you know. If we all work together and keep doing it, then eventually it'll give way. It'll definitely transform our own lives so that, you know, we're quicker to respond in conscious ways. I woke up today to a beautiful day, but because my partner had opened the windows, it was freezing cold, and I get really upset when I have to come out into a freezing house. So I could see the sun was shining and the sky was blue and it was a beautiful day, but I was really irked because I was so cold, you know. And then my mind went through stuff like, well, if he had left the window shut, then I could have come out and felt really grateful and just slid right into meditation and consciousness without having to battle any negativity. And that's what I was thinking while I was sitting there getting ready to meditate on gratitude for the softness and sweetness and beauty all around me. But I had to give that some loving attention first and question it and examine it, you know. I didn't just push it down or push it away. I was like, well, it's a beautiful day, and I'm just being, you know, bratty, and it'll be okay, you know. Go ahead and enjoy the day. I truly believe that sometimes it's a good idea to start the day over again at least 1,000 times, however many times it takes. But I guess I'll wrap it up for now. I just wanted to encourage you today to think about how you can free the sacred things of life from their bondage and liberate things and people that are imprisoned by perceiving them as divine and by sanctifying them and by treating them with unconditional love. I think it's just one of those things we need to do if we're walking a conscious path, and that doing so makes the world a better place. You know. So remember to be beautiful, be free, and be true to yourself. Remember to be blissed and to be blessed and to be a blessing. And remember to take care and take it easy as you flow through your day. And until I talk to you again, namaste and blessed be.